Good morning, traders. Welcome to this update on the euro dollar and pound dollar. My name is Chris from Elite Currency. And as always, we start actually with the euro dollar here. So we were looking for a 60-40 chance of a bullish breakout on Monday if price was able to break above this fractal and stayed above the 20 EMA zone. If it were to break above this fractal, then it was looking like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pattern and not an ABC. Whereas if it would break below the 21 EMA zone, then there was a higher chance of a bullish ABC up and a bearish breakout to the downside. So I favored the upside slightly, 60-40. Most importantly, though, was the break. Would it break above the fractal or below the 20 EMA zone? And it broke above the fractal, resistance fractal, stayed above the 20 EMA zone. As you can see, even after the break, the pullback stayed in the 21 EMA zone. So there was a break pullback continuation pattern above the fractal, indicating and confirming the bullish scenario in my view. The trade was from the WIS4 to the WIS5, and then from WIS5 to WIS6. And you can see that price was breaking above the WIS5 due to the strong price action and neatly made it to the WIS6 and minus 272 target. So that was a strong breakout. And this is a good example of how you can estimate whether there's an ABC or a 1, 2, 3, where talking about the fact that price is going to make a three-wave up. At this point, when it broke the triangle to the upside, it didn't really matter whether it was a wave 3 or C, because in both cases, price was going to go up. But, of course, for the next trade idea, it did matter, because then it was either bearish or bullish, and that's why we had those decision zones. And but considering, I already said, considering the strong upside and also the flag pattern after that, the bulls therefore had an edge, and a bullish breakout was therefore more likely. So that's how you can measure impulse using wave patterns to find confluence for upside, and using decision zones to know if it's up or down. And price neatly moved to the upside. So in my yesterday's wave analysis, I was looking at the long-term picture here. What does this upside mean? And I think that basically price is probably has completed a B here. An A, B, C, I've deemed this at the moment. I thought the wave B would go deeper. To be honest, I thought it could go here, all the way here for a head and shoulders pattern, inverted head and shoulders pattern. That did not happen. But if you put the fib from here to here, it did bounce at the 38.2 fib, and that is enough for an ABC zigzag. So I think that this is probably wave A, 5 wave completed with an A. This is an ABC within B, and now we're looking at a C. All of that still within the red ABC here for an A, ABC for A, bullish ABC for red B, and then we go down for C. That's still my main analysis. I just think, a slight update, I think that the bullish ABC blue, the blue B specifically has been completed, and we're in the blue C, rather than still waiting for the blue B. So the main target of this red B is the previous top. So there's still some space. We can flip the fib around from here to here, and the 88.6 fib is the minimum target that we're expecting, which is at 122.75. So there could still be one more push up to that fib. Price has already pushed through the 78.6 fib, so still one more higher high possible. Let's take a look at the 4-hour chart, and on the 4-hour chart you can see the wave 1, 2, and then the wave 3 up to here probably, and a 4, and then a 5 of that A. Then we had ABC for B. And now we're looking at that C. Let's take a look at the hourly chart for that wave C. Wave 1, 2, 3 here. And a 4, quite deep 4, ABC within 4. And now we're in the 5 of the C of the B. And within the 5, it looks like we're in a 1, 2. This probably completed the 3. So I think we're in a wave 4 retracement for the moment. Let's put the fib from here to here. And it's very simple. If price respects the 23.6 fib, which it just did, a little bit at least, or the 38, or maybe even the 50 fib, it's still bullish. Anywhere above 121.50, this could easily be a wave 4, and all of this could be part of the wave 3. Why do I think this is all part of the wave 3? Because I don't see any significant retracement in that part. Price stayed above the 20 EMA zone in that entire price swing, which makes it, to me, likely that it is one price swing, and therefore, because it's such a strong price swing, let's compare this let's compare wave 3 to wave 1, and you can see it went all the way to the 261.8 target. So when price expands, when a swing goes so far in comparison to the first swing, it is probably a wave 3. So also the Oscom oscillator and the ECS MACD didn't retrace to the zero line, to the middle line. So that tells me that there's a high chance that this is just one swing, and this one swing is a wave 3. So therefore, price is now probably going to slightly push below the 20-day zone, and I do suspect that this will get back to the zero line as well. So if that's the case, this could be the wave 4. And if we look at Fib levels, anytime price stays above these Fib levels, it's still a wave 4. If it breaks below that, then I would say there's a higher chance that this might be invalidated. And of course, if it breaks below the top of wave 1, then it is for sure invalidated, and it's not a wave 4. So that's a 121. If it breaks below 121, this is not a wave 4 anymore. So this is looking like a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and within 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The target is the minus 272 target. But we know that at 121, 122.75, there's an 88.6 as well, 88.6 fib. So anywhere between 122.75, 123, and even as high as 123.50 is how far price could go in this wave 5, wave 4, 5. Now waves 4 are typically choppy and corrective. So what could happen is a triangle pattern like this, or what could happen is a bull flag pattern, or price might just make some kind of range, and it could be quite lengthy. Waves 4 are typically like that. It doesn't have to be. It's just a guideline. It's not a rule, but it's something that would fit the scenario and make sense in this case. So from this perspective, we're looking at choppy, but it doesn't have to be. Let's keep an eye on these fibs. Bullish price action candlestick patterns on the 4-hour chart, I think makes sense, somewhere around the 38 for a potential long setup. Or if I see a chart pattern here and then a break above the chart pattern, or if I see a dip down, a bounce, and a higher low, and a time pattern not breaking the 38.2 fib, also that kind of bounce trade makes sense to me. Those are potentially trade ideas to me that could play out as catching the wave 4. I have more trade ideas I mentioned already in the in my recent wave video that I uploaded to YouTube. By the way, you can check that out there. So then, of course, other trade ideas are based on the bounce at 122.75 and 123.50. Any kind of strong bearish price action candlestick pattern at these levels could make sense to trade a reversal. I would probably not trade a reversal just like that, just out of the blue. I would rather wait for a daily candlestick pattern to confirm the bounce. Not here, but higher. I think this is too soon. So I would be still a bit skeptical to trade here. I think one more higher high within this uptrend fits. A wave 5 of C, of B, as I mentioned. But not right now. I think it has to go a little bit higher. And then a bearish candlestick pattern to me makes sense. A pin bar, bearish engulfing twins on the daily chart, all of that could confirm the bounce in this resistance zone to the downside. So those are, I think, all my thoughts on the euro dollar at this moment. I hope I didn't forget anything, but we'll have a new video on Monday. Pound USD, all right, so I was more bearish on the pound USD, but that said, it did not break through this trend line, and it did not close below the 20-day zone, so there was not a bearish confirmation. So that saved me a reversal trade, a failed reversal trade, right? I didn't get the confirmation, so that's good. I did say, though, if it breaks to the upside, there is a chance of a double top. So there was a small upside break trade, although personally, I like the euro dollar more. Okay, but for those that like the pound, there was about 52 pips there to the previous top. Now that said, there was no bearish reaction at all at the previous top, so that saved me a reversal trade idea to the opposite direction as well. Okay, price went further than that, and it actually went to test didn't bounce the 88.6 fib, but is actually testing the previous high here, not breaking it as yet. So it could become a double top. One thing that would be good is a fractal here, so 2 daily candles close below that high to confirm the double top. That's something that is important. I do think that with the divergence now, almost, I would say, pretty sure that will take place. And the WIS 8 level and the previous top, I do think that now a bearish bounce will happen. I think that the ABC pattern is probably completed. Let's put the fib from here to here. And price also tagged the minus 61.8 target, as you can see. So that's pretty likely. There's a lot of confluence and a lot of resistance there. And so this break below the 20-minute zone right here could be a confirmation of that. This failure of price, the time pattern here could have been another way, but that's a little bit more advanced. So I think it could, but we have to be careful. This could also be a bull flag. It's slow and choppy. So I do think it's a reversal area, and I do think that there's a fair chance that if price breaks below the 20-minute EMA zone on the 4-hour chart, it's going to go to the 144 EMA, and here it can go to the back to 141 on the 1-hour chart. But that said, it's going to go in waves. So I think that if it does break here, we're going to have some kind of maybe something like this. If it breaks below this fractal, these tops, then it could make a fall, make a small bounce, make a lower low, ABC up, make a head and shoulders pattern, for instance, and then make a bounce back down. So I do think there's no rush here. I think it's probably better for price to bounce into 143 EMA and look for a higher low here for a bigger trade down to 140. Right here, this break is possible, but quite squeezed and tight. If it does, for whatever reason, move up, then I think it's a little bit more interesting to look for bearish reactions here, because I don't think it's going to break to the upside at the moment. But yeah, if it does, by any chance, make a higher high, then of course at 142.50 could be still a good resistance zone for another reversal trade idea. One more higher high in that case, and then in that case an exact double top with this level. It's possible. I would keep an eye on this level if it gets there. I don't expect it at the moment though. But yeah, if there is a very strong price action candlestick pattern like this, then of course I would not short it. If the candle close is near the high like this, breaking above all these fractals in 20 MA, then yes, it could make a higher high. I would wait for the higher high. That said, if it's a small indecision candles like that, and there's many of them like that, and it's kind of sailing sideways, and then it starts to break to the downside, in that case, I think it's heading lower. All right? So 3 scenarios: upside, failure down, break right away, or strong upside, higher low, and then reversal at 142.50. In all 3 scenarios, I think there's going to be a bounce somewhere in here, and then a lower high, and a continuation down to 140. All right, that's my 2 cents. I hope it helps. I hope it plays out as I expect. Of course, I'm always keeping an eye on decision zones to confirm my analysis. Wish everyone great trading. Check out the ecs.SWAT ebook for just €24.95 to learn how I tackle technical and wave analysis. And if you like that, you can upgrade and become a SWAT member for €473. Or a sponsorship, I think, is available for free. Or you can become a member right away and you get the ebook included. In any case, wish you all great trading and see you next week. Cheers.